Right now, there are just as many Pokemon fighters as there are Fire Emblem fighters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Let's change that. What's up, guys? I'm Ryan Ramakrishnan and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about both Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. So, you know it's going to be good. Now, this is the first of the obligatory Super Smash Bros. Videos that I'm totally going to be making in the coming months about Smash Bros. Ultimate, because when that drops in December, it's going to be huge. Might be my most anticipated game of this fall holiday season. So, I got to make some videos about fighters, because that is the most exciting part. The newcomers and everything, right? And now with Echo fighters and whatnot, so it's great. But today, I actually want to talk about Pokemon fighters. I think that we're definitely going to get some Pokemon fighters, whether they are from Gen 7, as Super Smash Bros. Tends to get a new representation of a Pokemon from the recent generations, the way they did Lucario for Generation 4 in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, or the way they did Greninja for Generation 5 for Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So, it could be that. It also might be Generation 1 Pokemon with Let's Go coming out in the fall, just 1 month prior. But, I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to talk about all these things with a little list right now. So, why don't we dive right in? These are the top 5 Pokemon that I'd like to see appear as newcomers in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think that these guys have some chance. So, let's start talking about Incineroar. Coming at number 5, we have the Fire-type starter from the recent generation of Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Incineroar is pretty awesome. I like it a lot. It totally has that kind of vibe as a fighter, and I think that already gives it a good reason to be in Super Smash Bros. So starter Pokemon are well known. They're usually very recognizable in comparison to a lot of the other Pokemon in their generations, and that's perfect because Super Smash Bros. Brings together popular and common, well-known and loved characters, right? Incineroar would make perfect sense. It's also from the most recent generation, so there's that rep that you expect it to have, a Gen 7 Pokemon in Smash Ultimate. Incineroar has some awesome Fire-type moves, and I think it'd be really good for fighting. Whether you're doing stuff like Flamethrower for a range attack, or like a nice Fire Fang, or close combat for being up close and personal, I think it'd be a really good fighter, probably a heavy hitter, and also Z moves are perfect for a Final Smash. Incineroar's Z move is called Darkest Lariat, and I think that already screams Final Smash. Coming in at number 4 for the Pokemon that I'd like to see make an appearance as a newcomer in Smash Bros. Ultimate is Decidueye. Here's the one that everyone knew was coming, right? Decidueye is extremely popular, both because of its representation in Pokémon Tournament and also just as a starter Pokemon that people really enjoyed in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But Pokémon Tournament in specific showed he's awesome to fight with. And I think that Decidueye, using some ranged attacks like with the whole bow and arrow kind of thing, and just other cool attacks, but also definitely getting up close and personal, would fit Super Smash Bros. And its fighting style quite well. I could see Decidueye. I feel like it makes perfect sense. It's extremely popular, and like I said, with Incineroar, it's a Gen 7 Pokemon, so there you go. That's a good reason. It gives it a fighting chance. And also, Z moves, once more, just like Incineroar. Spirit Shackle could be Decidueye's Final Smash. That Z move would be perfect. It totally lends itself. That's why I think Decidueye has a fighting chance, and I'd like to see it as a Smash character. And taking the 3rd place on this list, I want Zygarde as a playable fighter. Imagine how awesome that would be. I think Zygarde is kind of perfect because it has multiple forms, and right there you get to play around with some unique fighting capabilities for a Super Smash Bros. Game. Zygarde can appear as its standard form, the one that you know from Pokemon X and Y. Or maybe it would be in its 100% complete form that you're able to get by collecting the little cubes and whatnot in Sun and Moon. The thing is, I think that Zygarde could have a variety of moves, and maybe its Final Smash would actually let you get that complete form or something. Maybe it can have a move where you use Zygarde's cells to sort of do crowd control. That would be fun. I think that'd be really cool. Zygarde is also a legendary Pokemon. It's epic. It's pretty awesome, right? And we haven't really gotten a new legendary Pokemon as a playable fighter since Mewtwo was introduced in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was a long time ago. Mewtwo made it back. That's great, but it's time for a new legendary. And who better than Zygarde? It was relevant in both Gen 6 and Gen 7, so that's ideal for the development time of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And Zygarde is pretty popular, it's really powerful, and it can do some sick moves. So I want to see Zygarde playable in Smash Ultimate. And now coming in at number 2 is actually going to be an iconic Generation 1 Pokemon. Perfect because Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu are coming out. We're talking about Gengar, one of my personal favorites from the generation. Probably going to be a team member for me when I play Let's Go Eevee in November. I love Gengar, and a lot of people see him too as well. Gengar also has an amazing Mega Evolution introduced in X and Y, and it was really good to use competitively, and I loved it. A great critical team member of mine. Gengar can be such a gimmicky fighter, and I think that'd be super cool. Imagine it being used to confuse and paralyze or poison or put your enemies to sleep. When you're fighting your opponents, you can do things to just mess them up. You can maybe make them stop moving or make them fight with the opposite moves that their players input with some sort of confusion. It would be really cool. It can have some range attacks such as like a Shadow Ball, and honestly, Gengar is just really a well-known Generation 1 Pokemon. Perfect for Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu's release a month prior, and it would be really cool and probably would use that Mega Evolution to its full effect as a Final Smash. But here's the number 1 Pokemon that I want to see as a newcomer in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is a brand new Pokemon, really only technically announced not that long ago. We're talking about Zeraora. I like the design of Zeraora a lot, and right there kind of sells me on it as a Smash fighter. It's got the perfect physical appearance and body to be on the arena fighting in Smash. This new electric Pokemon is mythical, and it's really cool because it's almost like has so much mythos surrounding it. People want to know, how you get Zeraora? What is it? Is it a Gen 7 or 8 Pokemon? All these questions make it super cool and just compelling to think about. And also, it looks like it would be able to be a really good fighter. It's very fast. The stats show that it's got speed to its full advantage. So Zeraora can be something that you can move around quickly when you're fighting your opponents and have some nice electric attacks, such as Discharge or Thunderbolt for some range and maybe just a little crowd control around you, but also Thunder Punch, Close Combat, or Slash even, which you can go up close and really hit your opponents hard in a traditional combat manner. So Zeraora seems cool. It's really interesting. People are super excited for it and they want to know more about it. And I think it's perfect to sort of bring in this new generation of Pokemon into Super Smash Bros. It looks like it's going to lend itself perfectly. So I think that we're totally deserving Zeraora as a newcomer in Super Smash Bros. Pokemon for Super Smash Bros. Who do you want? What Pokemon were announced as Pokeballs that ruined your hopes and dreams? Did you want to see Solgaleo and Lunala as playable fighters? What Pokemon do you like the most, and who do you want to play as in Smash when it comes out in December? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Share with your friends. Like and subscribe if you like this, and we'll have a conversation with your friends and you and myself all about Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.